Hey everybody, welcome in to the Betting Pros Prop Bet live stream. It's me, Dan Harris. We are here to talk about some player props for the Dolphins Saints game here on Monday night. And if you are betting on this game, please make it be with props and not sides or totals, because the total is ridiculously small and I don't think anybody really knows what to do necessarily. What you're looking at here, which you should know by now, unless it's your first time here, is the Betting Pros Prop Bet Cheat Sheet. Okay, you can find this over at Betting Pros. It's right on the homepage when you go there, but it's also at bettingpros.com/props. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. It sorts by whatever you want, by the way. You can do all matchups, whatever. I'm just on the Miami-New Orleans game, and I'm at all locations. You can sort by your own location if you want, and whatever you want. Ian Book right now is shown as the greatest edge over on passing yards. No, I'm just saying, I get it. I understand why it's projected that way. I have it projected for over as well. We have no idea what Ian Book is going to look like right now in this game. So it's not something that I am going to go there and try to do. I'm staying away from it. I am attacking this game in really one major way, and that way is with Alvin Kamara. So he's listed here, as you can see, with his rushing yards and his receiving yards. But I'm actually just going to go to his player page, which you can do, by the way. You can click on him or not. You can see that with rushing yards, he is going for the over here. Okay, at 55.5, he's going for 62.37. I'm not going there. Okay, I think the problem that you're going to see here is its potential for a real negative game script, and we just don't know how many carries he's going to get. And if you're Miami, what are you going to do? You're going to do everything you can to stack the box and make Ian Book beat you with his arm. It's not a terrible line, but I'm not going over with it. What I am going over with is this line, which has been climbing, and there is a reason that it has been climbing. It is Alvin Kamara at 28.5 receiving yards. The prop bet cheat sheet has him for 34.99. I have him for 35.7. I think that's right on the line there of what we want to do. And that's where you're going to go over. Now, I have it at 24.5. So that's where you were able to bet it. It depends on what your book is. Right now, it's showing 28.5 as the best line, still over. Okay. I think you're going to see constant targets, which is why, even though the prop bet cheat sheet leans towards the under, I will also go over on the 4.5 catches here. I do think that you're going to see dump offs, and I like that almost equally as much. Depending on what odds you get here. It's showing even, but that's the under, because I think you're just going to see Ian Book desperate to get the ball out of his hands. It's going to be Kamara, but there's going to be a lot of defensive attention towards him. So it's possible that you'll have these dump offs that don't go very far, in which case, obviously, his yardage is going to be limited. I'm betting more on the fact that Alvin Kamara is one of the most talented running backs in the league, especially when he gets out into space, and he's going to be able to create enough to get over the 28.5. Again, if you can get it lower than that, I got it at 24.5. That's where we got it here at Betting Pros. You can see on our app, our pick of the day is, in fact, Alvin Kamara over 24.5 receiving yards. So that is the main angle that I want to attack this game. But let's look at the Dolphins here, and I want to look at Tua, because I do think, look, going back to all players, then I'm going to go to Tua, because I do think that what you're going to have is a game where the Dolphins are not really going to be able to run the ball very much. Not a surprise. They usually can't run the ball very much other than against the Jets. The Saints have a very strong run defense. So I think you're going to see plenty of passing yards here, or at least plenty of passing attempts for Tua, especially early on. Now, this is something where I think they can attack probably over the shorter area targets here, because I do think with the injuries to linebacker that the Saints are dealing with right now, you're going to see Tua get the ball out of his hands pretty quickly, a lot to Jalen Waddle, short area targets. But at 230 yards, it's not a huge edge that we're showing here at 236.63. I have a little higher than that. I've got it at 242. So I do think that this is going to go over. So I wouldn't be opposed to going there. It is possible that the Dolphins get way out to a huge lead, in which case, obviously, this bet would be a little more troublesome. But I do lean towards the over there as well. So I will go with the over at 230.5. I'm getting a couple of people asking about Joe Free, asking about, again, Kamara receptions. Yeah, as I mentioned, I do like that. I do like it over 4.5. receptions, pardon me, even though the prop bet cheat sheet leans towards the unders. I do my own projections. I use the prop bet cheat sheet as a guide, but I'm not going to always follow it blindly, but it's a great way to sort of frame everything. If you're watching this, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. It really helps us out to the channel. Also, by the way, bettingpros.com/helmet, you can get yourself a Saquon Barkley helmet if you subscribe and you enter it at bettingpros.com/helmet. The other ones I want to talk about is a couple of receiving yards stats here or receptions. Marquez Callaway, again, I'm not going anywhere near anything on the Saints because I think we just don't know what Ian Book is going to do. And as Socrates said, the ultimate wisdom comes from knowing that you know nothing. Devontae Parker over 50.5 receiving yards. He's probably going to get a lot of Marshawn Lattimore, so I'm not going to go where it is. Jalen Waddle's reception total, receiving yards total, pardon me, is a bit high here. So 62.5. I'm not sure I love it. I lean towards the over. So I want to check out actually receptions and what we have here. Waddle's at 6.5. Oh, that's really high. The prop bet cheat sheet likes the under. I would lean the over, but that's a high number where I think it's probably not going to be worth necessarily attacking. I don't mind Mark Ingram, by the way, over 1.5 receptions either, just because, again, I think the dump offs are really what you're going to see a lot here. But for the most part, it is going to be Alvin Kamara props. That is likely where I am trying to go for with this one. The receptions, obviously, let's go to all stats. You can see you can sort by however you want. Again, Alvin Kamara, don't love the rushing yards. Do like the receiving total over 28.5. Do like the 4.5 receptions as well, even though the prop bet cheat sheet likes the under. And then if I'm going to all bets and all players, Tua Tagovailoa over 230 passing yards, 230.5 passing yards. I lean that way as well, even though it's not shown as a big edge. And I also wouldn't mind the Mark Ingram over 1.5 receptions as well, just because, again, that's how I see this game playing out. That's really going to do it for today. Rushing and receiving yards combined, people are asking. It looks like the number is 89.5 for Kamara. That's fine. I don't love it quite as much because, again, I don't really love that he's going to hit a ton of rushing yards here for his prop. It's 55.5. I think he's probably going to go over on the receptions, as I said, receiving yards, pardon me. That's more like 35. But even if you combine that with the 55, even if you think he's going to get there, which I don't necessarily, then you're still going to come up short or right around where the 89, 90 yardage is. So that's one I would avoid. But again, it's Kamara. He can break one off any given time. So if I don't have to go anywhere, I wouldn't. Garage door props, a couple of people asking about. Yeah, there is no garage door. The whole family is home, but I do appreciate it. Over under was half a garage door opening, and we did go under on this one. So I hope you guys bet that. Again, go with the Alvin Kamara over receiving yards, maybe over receptions, maybe Tua over his passing yards prop. That's pretty much it. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. We'll be back next time there's a standalone game here to keep going. Again, go to bettingpros.com and especially bettingpros.com/props if you want to check out everything on our prop bet cheat sheet.